This is the QTV Nightly News coming to you from our studio on Caraba Avenue, and I am Lena Igwenyiba. Thanks for joining us. Here are the headlines. In a major step towards transforming healthcare in the country, Horizon Trust Gambia, the Gambia's Ministry of Health and other partners launched the Gambia's first maternal smart ports at Kanifing General Hospital today. In the Central River region, a quiet agricultural revolution is underway as Gambia works towards its 2030 food security goals. Reliance Financial Services, a microfinance institution in the Gambia, on Saturday celebrated the International Day of Rural Women in Basse URR. On Saturday, EcoBank Gambia joined its branches across Africa to celebrate EcoBank Day, commemorating its 11th anniversary. In international news, at the ongoing summit in Samoa, Commonwealth, leaders advocate for more climate action investment. Those were the headlines. Now the news in detail. In a major step towards transforming healthcare in the country, Horizon Trust the Gambia, in partnership with the Ministry of Health and U.S. organizations including Baylor College of Medicine, the Trini and O.C. Mendenhall Foundation and Exploration Health, launched the Gambia's first maternal smart ports at Kanifing General Hospital today. Alice reports.
The launch of this project is a culmination of years of hard work and close collaborations among partners who have shared goals of saving lives through such initiatives. These two smart ports at the Kanifing General Hospital will enable staff to carry out emergency obstetric procedures in an advanced clinical setting. It aims to decrease maternal and infant mortality in the Gambia. So far, under this project, hundreds of healthcare providers have also been trained on the operations of the ports and how to manage maternal and neonatal complications. At this launching event, our project partners, Health Minister Dr. Ahmad Lamin Samate, Senior Management and Board of the hospital, British High Commissioner Harriet King, U.S. Ambassador Sharon L. Krumah, and representatives of UN agencies, among others. Basiru Drame, Chief Executive Officer of the Kanifing General Hospital, one of the biggest and second busiest hospitals in the country, described the event as historic for the hospital.
The port has three components which include scrubbing room, operating room, and a 5-bedded recovery room. It is important to note that all these components are equipped with state-of-art equipment and gadgets, which our staff were also trained on for safe and smooth service delivery.
Dr. Melville O. George, Chairman of Horizon Trust Gambia, Trini Mendenhall, founder of Trini and O.C. Mendenhall Foundation, and Professor James Dow, founder of Horizons respectively, are proud that the project is not just about technological advancement, it is about saving patients' lives.
Every single life lost is too many. Sadly, the loss of mothers and babies is never far from home in any community in our country. But today, there is hope.
Whom much is given, much is required. We are changing lives for our new mothers to take care of their families.
One of the areas that we're most concerned about is bleeding during pregnancy and childbirth. And we know the successful management of this clearly saves lives.
Dr. Ahmad Lamin Samate, the Gambia's Minister of Health, said his ministry continues to prioritize maternal and neonatal care, while thanking the project partners for complementing the government's commitment to providing quality healthcare service to all Gambians.
This will enhance the care given to these expectant mothers, and it will equally free more space in the other theaters for other surgical emergencies to be taken care of. Distinguished guests, the government of His Excellency is strongly committed to the provision of high-quality healthcare services to the people of this country.
Other speakers, such as Nafi Bari, board chair of the hospital, are hopeful that the project will add value to the healthcare service delivery at the hospital. It is hoped that the hospital management will maintain the facility to ensure it fulfills its intended purpose. Reporting for QTV News, I am Aliu Sise.
From that, in the Central River region south, a quiet agricultural revolution is underway as the Gambia works towards its 2030 food security goals. Central to this is the Gambia-Korea Partnership for Innovation in Agriculture, COPIA, a dedicated team focused on enhancing rice cultivation through innovative technology. Usman Jada provides the details.
Gambia's ambitious goal of achieving food self-sufficiency by 2030 is being bolstered by the efforts of the Korea Partnership for Innovation of Agriculture, which is spearheading the development of climate-smart rice varieties. That goal will not be achieved if there is not self-sufficiency in the country's staple food, rice. At the Sapo Rice Research Center in the Central River region, various rice breeds, such as Faro 44, are being cultivated by Copia. Another promising variety, Sahel 134, is also in development, all aimed at strengthening the nation's food security efforts. Dr. Lamin Sane, Copia Gambia's administrator, notes that the region's rich soil and favorable climate have historically supported rice farming. However, farmers now face increasing threats from unpredictable rainfall and pests that jeopardize their livelihoods.
We need varieties that can grow very fast. We need varieties that can be able to tolerate pest and disease. We need varieties that can be able to tolerate flooding and even the salinity aspect of it. So these varieties are very, very essential for the country.
At the Copia rice fields, local women laborers, including Fatoumata Tapo, are actively engaged in weeding to promote crop health.
When we weed, the rice grows stronger and healthier.
Korean researcher Hyeon Kim is deeply committed to helping Gambia fulfill its food security.
The reason why we do the weeding is, first thing, the rice and the wheat will compete for the nutrients. Also, if there are many weeds, they will take away the nutrient that will be needed for the rice.
Daily, Copia conducts various experiments focusing on aspects like spacing and fertilizer application. Dr. Lamin Sane shares insights from their ongoing research, revealing promising preliminary results.
According to our analysis, 3 has performed better, but that is not yet conclusive because we are still on the research. These type of varieties we are dealing with, they are many. We are conducting research on ISRI 6, ISRI 7, KF91, KF39, in short, Sahel, and the Faro 44. Some are Korean varieties, but some are our varieties.
Despite the progress, Copia faces hurdles, some of which are highlighted by Dr. Sane.
Normally, flooding is a problem in the raining season. Dry season, this particular area, we have never experienced flooding here. But rainy season is a problem. Not every season. This particular season is a problem because this later part of the season, we have received much rain. So flooding becomes a problem because everywhere is flooded. So we have no place to drain. The canals are also not in good condition.
With greater support from the government and the private sector, Copia could accelerate its vital work to help Gambia achieve food security. Osman Jata, reporting for QTV News.
Reliance Financial Services, a microfinance institution in the Gambia, on Saturday celebrated the International Day of Rural Women. The event was organized at the Mansanjang football field in URA. Our reporter Alhaji A.F. Jallo attended the celebration. He now files in this report.
Hundreds of rural women, joined by government dignitaries, civil society organizations, and regional authorities, gathered at the Mansanjang football field in Basse, URR, to commemorate International Day for Rural Women. The event was organized by Reliance Financial Services on the theme Empowering Rural Women Through Digitalization, Unlocking the Opportunities. During the event, the Managing Director of Reliance Financial Services, Babukar Khan, said the objective of the program being launched is to recognize and celebrate the work of rural women around the world.
Our ambition is to make sure that all Gambians that are economically active have access to financial services. And this was what prompted us to go into Bajakunda to open our agency there to complement the branch that is operating on the southern side in Basse, so that we are able to provide full-scale financial services to the residents of URR. But as you know, we at Reliance, our services have gone nationwide back in 2012. This was when we established either a branch or an agency in all the regions of the Gambia. And whereas we work with women, we are also working with micro, small, and medium enterprises across the country. In the last 3 years, we have started doing business with large corporates because what we have realized is that as we work with the women, they are graduating, they are growing. And as they grow, their needs are changing. And we also want to be responsive to those changing needs and the dynamics to make sure that we are able to support them in achieving their financial goals.
Representing President Barrow, the Minister for Gender, Children and Social Welfare, Fatou Kinta said, in the Gambia, like other countries, rural women are the backbone of the agriculture sector, families and communities.
In 2007, the United Nations General Assembly dedicated 15th October as International Day of Rural Women. It serves to recognize the struggles and achievements of women as they sweat to maintain rural households and the well-being of their communities, local economics, and society at large. In celebrating this important event, we are actually honoring the invaluable contributions of rural women to human development and progress.
Pate Nbalde from the governor's office and who represented the governor said since the launch of the program by Reliance Financial Services in 2016, more than $380 million have been disbursed to over 10,000 women in the region.
More than $380 million has been disbursed to over 10,000 women. This is not just only significant financial investment, but also a powerful endorsement of the potential that rural women have when provided with the right tools and resources.
Reliance Financial Services Program provide access to affordable finance for women entrepreneurs with a specific focus on empowering rural women. Reporting for QTV News, I am Alaji Air.
From that story in Mansanjang, we will now go for a commercial break. When we return, we have more local and international news stories. Do stay tuned.
Welcome to the future of transportation in the Gambia. The Bertel-Harding Highway, a 22-kilometer double carriageway, is set to revolutionize travel and connectivity in our beloved country. A 3-lane highway means more space for vehicles, smoother traffic flow, and reduced congestion. Each lane has a specific purpose. The leftmost lane for overtaking and faster vehicles, the middle lane for standard driving, and the rightmost lane for slower and turning vehicles.
Q Money and Orange Money has just made money transfer easier. Now you can send money from Gambia to Senegal directly from your Q Money wallet. So what are you waiting for? Get your Q Money account now and start sending money to your friends and families through Orange Money in Senegal now. For more information, call our customer care on 133. Q Money, Sunu Kalpe. Terms and conditions apply.
Welcome back, and this is QTV News. Now on Saturday, EcoBank Gambia joined its branches across Africa to celebrate EcoBank Day, marking its 11th anniversary. The bank donated IT materials valued at $1.2 million to Koba Kunda School and the Regional Educational Directorate in Basse. Alhaji AF Jala again.
EcoBank Day was celebrated in Basse at Koba Kunda School. This year's donation and activities align with the second year of EcoBank's 3-year Transforming Africa Through Education campaign, as well as the African Union Declaration of 2024 as the Year of Education on the theme, Educate and Skill Africa for the 21st Century, which highlights the importance of integrating technology into foundational learning. During the event, John Nyaba, the Managing Director of EcoBank, emphasized the potential of artificial intelligence, AI, in revolutionizing education.
Over the years, EcoBank Gambia Limited has made significant contributions to education and health through this annual event. Last year, we launched a 3-year campaign with the global team Transforming Africa Through Education. We focused on digital literacy and equipped 10,000 children with digital skills across our affiliates. For this 12th edition, we are building on last year's success. The theme of this year's EcoBank Day is igniting learning through artificial intelligence. We have various kinds of intelligence, but this year we are focusing on artificial intelligence.
Mr. Nyaba elaborated on how AI can enhance teaching and learning process in schools.
Indeed, AI has the potential to transform education, making it more personalized, accessible, and effective than ever before.
Both Demba Jallo, principal of Kobakunda School, and Babukar Jajo, principal education officer for Region 6, expressed their gratitude for the bank's generous donation, stating that it will significantly enhance the educational experience.
And we are very happy and grateful to EcoBank and the entire staff of EcoBank. Most importantly, from the management to another important personnel that may be seen as a very low caliber of a personnel that the EcoBank has, who has actually made us realize that EcoBank Gambia is a peaceful bank in the continent of Africa.
Our lab is been named after EcoBank. This is not a surprise to me because I know EcoBank have been doing a lot than what we are seeing today.
As technology continues to advance, providing Gambian children with foundational literacy, numeracy, and digital skills at an early age is essential for preparing them for the digital future. Among the donated items, Kobakunda School received new computers, a 3 kVA backup power system with 2 batteries, Wi-Fi, internet services, and a 4-month diploma and advanced diploma course in Java application for the school IT teachers. The Regional Education Directorate also benefited from a new multifunctional printer and a photocopier to assist in their daily operation. For QTV News, I am Alaji A.F. Jallo.
On Wednesday, the Crab Island Technical and Vocational Education Training Foundation received a donation of equipment and materials worth over $215,000 from the Chinese Embassy in the Gambia. The presentation was by His Excellency Zhu Ning Yu, the Deputy Ambassador. Lamin Alhaji Funding Dabo tells us more.
The equipment and materials include printers, a scanner, solar and non-solar powered radios, fans, stationery sets, books, T-shirts, among other valuables. Usman Silla, the chairman of Crab Island Technical Vocational Education Training Foundation, expressed appreciation at receiving such a prestigious donation from the Chinese Embassy.
Since its establishment, Crab Island Tibet Foundation has been building supportive relations with partners and is able to successfully deliver training for both its first and second cohorts of trainees, thanks to the support and cooperation of various institutions and organizations, such as the Ministry of Basic and Secondary Education, Ministry of Higher Education, Research, Science and Technology, MRC Holland Foundation, European Union-funded ITC Implemented Youth Empowerment Project, Turkish International Coordination Agency TICA, Rotary Club of Fajara and Radiant Revolve of the UK, and many others. I would like to once again express my sincere appreciation to the Embassy of the People's Republic of China for this generosity and support. This donation is not just the contribution to our center, but also a symbol of the strong bond existing between our two nations and peoples.
Last month, the Crab Island Vocational Center marked a significant milestone by signing a memorandum of understanding with Jiangsu Maritime Institute in China. This partnership will enable the Crab Island Vocational Training Center to offer courses in the maritime industry, reflecting a strong commitment to fostering a sustainable future for maritime education in the Gambia. His Excellency Zhu Ningwu is the Deputy Ambassador of the Chinese Embassy in the Gambia.
TVET has become a new priority of our bilateral cooperation. Our two governments signed MOU on enhancing TVET cooperation. The USET and Crab Island TVET Center, so that the two colleges have joined the China-Africa TVET Cooperation Consortium and formed partnerships with Chinese vocational colleges.
The government has taken proactive steps to enhance technical and vocational education and training TVET in order to empower youth and strengthen the workforce. A prime example of this commitment is the launch of the Skills Innovation Entrepreneurship Fund, coordinated by the Ministry of Higher Education. Fatmata Kanu, a student at the Crab Island Technical and Vocational Education Training Foundation, delivered the vote of thanks.
We are particularly grateful to you, the Ambassador of People's Republic of China, for your sponsorship of the much-needed equipment and funds that have made this program a resounding success. Your investment in our center and the future of cross-cultural dialogue is deeply appreciated.
Having strong partners like the Chinese Embassy will greatly support the Crab Island Technical and Vocational Education Training Foundation, helping to elevate their goals and objectives to new heights in the years ahead. For QTV News, I am Lamin Alai Fandindabo.
Now coming up next is international news. At the ongoing summit in Samoa, Commonwealth leaders advocate for more investment in dealing with climate action. This follows a call by young people in their recommendations at the end of the 13th Commonwealth Youth Forum for affirmative action in instituting youth-led action for sustainable and inclusive development. More in this report by Ansumana Esonyasi.
The 13th Commonwealth Youth Forum is one of the major highlights of the Samoa Summit preceding the Commonwealth Heads of Government meeting scheduled for October 26th. And follows the Commonwealth's call for youthful resilience in its declaration of the Year of the Youth last year. The affirmation seeks to galvanize recognition of the crucial role of young people and their tremendous potential, with a view to creating the platform for them to contribute to the advancement of their respective countries, thus ensuring a prosperous future for the Commonwealth. And following the conclusion of the Youth Summit, youth leaders, amongst others, also shared a set of recommendations for submission to the Commonwealth Heads of Government meeting, in the form of a declaration on the final day. It is part of a series of activities being spearheaded by the Commonwealth Youth Forum to ensure the sustainability of the Secretariat's work with young people for at least the next 50 years. Meanwhile, Commonwealth Heads of State will also be presented with a new Memorandum of Understanding seeking to extend the Commonwealth Youth Program, with a view to creating more opportunities and support for pan-Commonwealth initiatives that address global issues affecting young people. Meanwhile, at the Commonwealth Climate Breakfast, another major event ahead of the Commonwealth Head of Government meeting, Secretary General, the Right Honourable Patricia Scotland KC, emphasized the need to unlock climate finance, declaring that it is a matter of urgency and that it highlights the severity of the problems faced by small and vulnerable nations after damaging climate events. These remarks have been widely welcomed by activists, particularly young people from countries considered most vulnerable. Her remarks follows calls by the Prime Ministers from Tonga and Tuvalu, the Vice President of the Maldives, Minister for Fisheries and Forest in the government of Fiji, and the Secretary for Foreign Affairs from Mauritius, for building consensus for climate finance targets in the run-up to the COP29 to be held in Azerbaijan next month. They argued that devastating impact of climate-related events greatly affects member countries, mostly exacerbating pre-existing vulnerabilities and undermining resilience, particularly for the economies of most vulnerable member countries. Another major event at the ongoing Samoa Summit is the Government Leaders and Multi-Sectoral Partners meeting, which aims to unite stakeholders with a view to providing support to assist member countries in tackling non-communicable diseases and mental health issues. officials at this high-level government leaders and multi-stakeholder event, which was jointly organized by the host country's Ministry of Health, WHO and the Commonwealth Secretariat, emphasized the importance of strong political commitment, partnerships and community involvement in dealing with non-communicable diseases such as cardiovascular diseases, cancers, chronic respiratory diseases and diabetes. These health conditions are the leading cause of death in most countries, accounting for at least 150 million premature deaths among people aged between 30 and 70 years, most living in developing countries, notably in the Commonwealth. As member countries look forward to the heads of government meeting on Saturday, young people, health and climate activists are hoping that leaders at the Commonwealth head of government meeting will provide a clear pathway and take action towards the actualization of their recommendations. Antoine Sonyase for KTV News.
Before we end, here's a recap of our headlines. In a major step towards transforming healthcare in the country, Horizon Trust Gambia, the Gambia's Ministry of Health and other partners launched the Gambia's first maternal smart ports at Carnifing General Hospital today. In the Central River region, a quiet agricultural revolution is underway as Gambia works towards its 2030 food security goals. Reliance Financial Services, a microfinance institution in the Gambia, on Saturday celebrated the International Day of Rural Women in Basse Yuara. On Saturday, EcoBank Gambia joined its branches across Africa to celebrate EcoBank Day, commemorating its 11th anniversary. That's all we have for you in this news bulletin. Join us at 10 p.m. for more news stories. Thank you for joining.